What if you're more than what you feel? You feel tired, you feel overwhelmed, you feel unworthy, but feelings aren't facts. They're weather passing, shifting, changing, and maybe, just maybe, your true self is the sky behind it all. There was once a young man who lived by the edge of a quiet forest. He was sensitive, thoughtful, and often overwhelmed by the world. His emotions came like storms. Some days he woke up heavy. Other days he felt anxious without knowing why. And sometimes he believed that whatever he felt was who he was. If he felt lonely, he thought he was loneliness. If he felt sad, he thought he was sadness. If he felt fear, he thought he was fear. His identity became a mirror reflecting every emotion that passed through. He never questioned the reflection. He simply accepted, I feel it, so this must be me. But what if your emotions are not your identity, only your visitors? One morning, desperate for clarity, the young man walked into the forest and found an old monk sitting beside a still lake. The monk noticed his heavy expression and asked, "What troubles you?" "I feel lost," the young man replied. "I feel broken, I feel weak, and I don't know how to stop being these things." The monk smiled gently and pointed to the lake. "Tell me, what do you see?" "Water reflections." "Movement," the young man answered. The monk picked up a pebble and dropped it into the lake. Ripples spread across the surface. "Now what do you see?" "Distortion," the young man said. The monk nodded. "And does the disturbance change what the lake is?" The young man hesitated. "No, the lake is still a lake." "Exactly," the monk whispered. "Your emotions are ripples. They may disturb your surface, but they cannot change your essence." If this message is touching the surface of your own lake, hit subscribe so we can continue unfolding emotional mastery together. Slowly, mindfully, gently, the monk continued. 3 things make people suffer unnecessarily. First, they believe every emotion is the truth. But feelings are like weather, sometimes stormy, sometimes calm, yet always temporary. Second, they think emotions must be obeyed, but emotions are signals, not commands. Third, they confuse feeling with being. Feeling sad doesn't mean you are sadness. Feeling fear doesn't mean you are fear. Feeling unworthy doesn't mean you lack worth. The young man listened, tears forming in his eyes, not from sadness, but from recognition. He asked Dan, "What am I?" "You are not what moves through you. You are what remains." The monk gestured toward the Mounties. "You see those clouds? Some are dark, some are bright, some hide the sun, some bring storms. But no matter what happens, the sky remains unchanged." He turned back to the young man. "You are the sky. Your emotions are clouds. Stop confusing the two." The young man breathed deeply, the first real breath in years. He realized he had spent his whole life fighting storms instead of understanding the sky. Mastery doesn't mean controlling every feeling. It means understanding them. Feeling is temporary. Being is eternal. Feeling tells you how the world touches you. Being tells you who you are, beneath the noise. When you confuse the two, you drown. When you separate them, you begin to swim. Stoicism echoes this truth. You are not disturbed by things, but by the view you take of them. Buddhist philosophy also echoes this. Pain is real. Suffering is optional. Emotional mastery is not about suppressing emotions. It's about disentangling your identity from them. If you're learning to separate your feelings from your being, tap subscribe and continue, walking this path of awareness with a community dedicated to softness, wisdom, and clarity. The monk handed the young man a cup of tea. "When the tea is hot, do you say the cup is hot?" "No," the young man replied. "The tea is hot. The cup just holds it." The monk smiled warmly. "Emotions are the tea. You are the cup. Sometimes the tea is bitter, sometimes warm and comforting, sometimes too hot to hold. But no matter the tea, you'll remain the cup." The young man closed his eyes, and for the first time, he felt the difference between what he felt and who he was. He wasn't broken. He wasn't weak. He wasn't lost. He was simply human experiencing temporary weather inside an unchanging sky. You are not your anger. You experience anger. You are not your sadness. You feel sadness. You are not your fear. You move through fear. You are not your anxiety. You witness anxiety. You are the awareness, not the storm. The observer, not the noise. The sky, not the clouds. And once you understand this, you begin to love yourself in a deeper, quieter, truer way. If you're ready to build emotional mastery and return to the calm center within you, press subscribe and walk with me on this gentle journey of awareness and truth. Thanks for being here.